We've all heard of the Industrial Revolution, the steaming pumping from trains, the churning factories, and bustling city streets unrecognizable compared to the century before. In a few short decades, humanity went from being constrained by the power of its shoulders and the strength of the ox to being able to harness a nigh unfathomable source of energy. It wasn't the last revolution of industry. In fact, there's been 3 industrial revolutions. The first was of steam, the second of steel, and the third, digital, heralding the new information age. It was a transformation unparalleled in human history, and indeed, quite possibly, the whole cosmos. Now, another is brewing. It will make the others look like a mere dress rehearsal. The next industrial revolution promises to do for our brains what the first revolution did for our brawn. Christened the 4th Industrial Revolution, it will use artificial intelligence, or AI, to create an increasingly automated and interconnected world. These trends will converge towards this singular era-defined metamorphosis, covering topics as broad as gene editing, advanced robotics, 3D printing, and vertical framing. Join us as we venture into the coming decades and investigate how the rise of AI will change humanity forever.
The world is evolving faster than we know it. Advancements in technology, innovation, society, and our environment have enabled us to develop and evolve at a rate faster than anything the human race has ever seen before. Now, with the rise of artificial intelligence, robotics, and autonomous devices, we're able to create machinery and technology that can learn, evolve, and even service itself, which essentially propels even more rapid evolution. AI is all around us, developing at a rate faster than we can imagine. Listening, hearing, seeing, learning, and soon it could overtake us. So what does the future have in store?
So imagine if you had smart devices in your home, your car, your workplace, or even on yourself. The world becomes alive. That's Internet of Things. The Internet of Things is making everyday objects into data factories. Internet of Things, along with big data, meets artificial intelligence. This interface will become enlivened with intelligence, and a new world will take birth, which will increasingly talk back to us. Imagine the kind of world that it would be. Imagine the revolution it will usher in the way we see the world. The external world will become the extension of our mind, like an extension of our thoughts. Imagine a world that is responsive, a world that is optimized for human creativity, a world that is intelligent. The Internet of Things is a breeding ground for new AI-driven solutions and experiences, from self-driving cars to intelligent homes to health. Welcome to the world of endless possibilities.
Hello, everyone. While Alakji is bringing up the presentation, my name is Tejal, and I'm the Director for Customer Service and Business Development, and I am very happy to be part of this amazing Centriqe team. And thank you all for joining this. This is somebody's good morning, good afternoon, good evening. We are here together from different parts of the world and very happy to learn more. And we are going to discuss more about Centriqe, the Profit Edge, and this technology that you just saw. Some of the agenda, we are going to have some introductions, then we will have the vision and product roadmap. We will talk about our industry landscape and what ProfitEdge provides as a solution for our profitability. So we are going to discuss some of the sales assets, readiness, and some of the success stories that ProfitEdge and Centriqe has. That's kind of the overall agenda, and I welcome all of you to this amazing meeting, and hopefully we will have a positivity everywhere around us by looking at what we have done so far and what we have in the future. So welcome everybody, and I'm going to hand over to Alakji for more information.
Thank you, Tejal. Thank you so much, and a very good morning, good evening, everybody, and a very warm welcome to this global sales kickoff. And I always say that there is a new beginning in the new year for all of us, and we have really learned a very strong lessons in the past year, and we are looking forward to having those lessons to correct our path forward and then expand our business across the globe, right? So I am very, very proud to talk to you today. And then I always say that I'm very focused on business growing with people. I'm people person, as you all know by now, and I always really care about people, right? So first is customers. That is our obsession, to delight them. And then I always reach out to customer with help of you as partners across the globe. And as I mentioned to you, our core heart of the team is our employees, our people who are building the product with their heart and soul and passion, and people who have invested in us with their hard money, and they have trust in me to take this ship forward. So with that, I'm now going to unfold what is in it for us. How do we compete with our nearest competitors, and how do we do things differently so that we still compete and win some of the deals in our existing customers? Because nothing better than our relationship customer where we can go and expand our business on. So looking at how the industry has really created sensation. Now you have seen OpenAI just beginning of January, and it has created the storm. It has created sensation. You all have seen the Chat GPT based on AI, and it took so much of users by storm, which has not been taken by any standard, by any social media, and which is transforming all department of business. Now, I'm now going to contextualize OpenAI to our business, and we are very excited from our perspective of incorporating certain artifacts of this technology within the ProfitEdge. Why did Microsoft now doubling down on this? Just last week, they committed $10 billion into this company. So don't you think that we are a company in making with AI in vision, with AI solution footprint, and we will be sooner expanding our footprint with this kind of artifacts within our profitability system. Now, you know that 2022, you have all worked with me and we all have supported me with my vision, which is basically to create an AI engine. And I know that AI is no longer hype. It is in discussion everywhere. It's just a matter of time that who takes the first step, which CEO is making the bold step to embrace AI and then take the relevance of that. And we are going to show the benefit of AI as we start building up the solutions around it. So data access, many engagements are happening as I speak, and some we are closing. Last visit Dubai, I closed one deal and gone live. Similarly, one deal I have closed here, gone live. So that means we are going to reference all of those with a strong vision and commitment which we have. Product is maturing with 3 retail customers validating our ProfitEdge. ROI delivered, streamlining data coming into our platform. Then we are talking about very sharp and innovative engineering. Now, you all have met our engineering team leadership. Some of you will be meeting them. Those are the guys who are really baking the product so strong on that. We have got a very, very focused sales. Last quarter, I have made the referenceable customers. They all are saying, Alak, don't you worry. Anybody who I would like to call, I will give you positive reference of that. Whether it's Jade Blue, whether it's any other customer, we'll be talking about that. And we put a low gear last year. because we wanted to make customer happy, satisfied, because bad news travel faster. Now we can onboard customers and take them as we expand the revenue. So I'm carrying good numbers, quota on my head, and I'll be traveling, spending time every region to expand the business with your help. Now, this is the foundation here. I always look at where did I do good thing and what did I learn from that? What did not go well? So 22 was the foundation year for growth. Engineering and development team had to be strengthened in India, has to be structured in a way by which we should expand development and build the whole system around that. AI-based solutions are recognized, evaluated, and adopted. Now we are going to bring in more solutions so that they should be able to reap benefit as customer will speak and embrace the technology. Data access sharing remains the major issues, but we have got open interfaces. We have got API strategy outlined already. We have tested, validated with Shopify, Adobe Magento, and Zoho Books. All three data sets are being tested by our customer. It's working well. What are the lessons learned? Right customers are very important for us because we are very lean and mean. We need to don't waste our time and energy everywhere. Wherever people are seeing the value, immediately we should be able to go after that. We cannot focus in larger market. We need to look at where is the 10 accounts, laser focus by which we should be able to win, close the deal very quickly. Focus and qualify accounts to close. That is where my lesson learned in year 2022. This year, FY'23 is the year for growth. I have outlined from 2nd January. Everybody within our team is saying and seeing my vibration and energy that we are going to get that. Heavy target, good numbers, good number of partners coming across the globe, and you will get to know all of them. Friends, people are joining. They are in the call from UK, London. They have shown interest and you'll get to know them as well as they will be talking about. Friends, people, huge company from Dubai. Again, they will be sharing and talking about it. We have signed 2 more partners here in the US and you'll get to know them as well. That means we are building up the sales suite on the street to go after building this profit edge solution, which is very much open. As you have heard, open AI, it is open technology running on AWS, Oracle, Google, or any other cloud, which is embracing all the Databricks artifacts of data lakes, building the whole, the data interfaces, modeling based on all of those newer technology coming in with application interface, getting simplified on a smart device, and which is going to be complete for showing visibility on GOP. That's the claim we are making, that customers will be able to see how are they doing in terms of their gross operating profitability, maximizing revenue, optimizing cost so that they can simulate even gross operating profitability measures on that. Now, business agility I have been talking about for last several years. And as I always say, we do not have to wait till it occurs. We have to preempt the future. Then only the business owners will succeed. Otherwise, companies are closing down in the US also. You have seen Bed Bath and Beyond here closing down with massive retail outlets. And I'm really alarmed with the job cuts. Google has laid off around 12,000 people last week. Microsoft laid off 10,000 people last week. Why is that? They are not able to preempt the future. That means they are not agile. We are now thinking about how can we build the agile methodology systems by which it can be preempted, predicted, by which we should be able to correct the actions. And that is where our goals are. But we are very lean and mean, and we cannot do everything alone. We need to come together as a force so that we should be able to help our customers. We are very customer obsessed with solution. Now we need to build the solution which is very sustainable and delight the customers with that. So adaptive AI platform, what I talked 2 years ago might not hold. Now I'm adapting, changing, and building the profit edge with artifacts of OpenAI as well, which should be auto-explanatory, which should build and consolidate many sources, bring the whole functions together, and provide right recommendations of solutions for this analysis, contextualize them, predict with the self-learning algorithms. And as data starts coming into our repository, we will be able to preempt and predict and prescribe the actions. That is where the profitability engine will evolve for the future. And I'm very proud to say that we are pretty close. What OpenAI had shown to the world, we'll show it to the CFO and the CEO of the business, how profit edge is going to evolve. Our solutions are very simple. One-stop AI solution for operational profitability. And we are focused, laser focused this year with retail. Although solutions have been implemented in hotels, but I am now narrowing down to all our sales leaders listening to me that this year is the retail focus. We cannot distract ourselves because we have got a very powerful customer references for the retail in 3 different areas of retail with prescriptive and actionable guidance. Simple solutions, revenue maximizer, and Dr. Piyush Sinha listening to me, and he has guided me right from the day one. Alak cannot do unless you know customer pattern, customer behavior, customer lifetime value. You have to go to their nerves, then only you can help them to maximize the revenue. That is what you'll hear from him. And reducing the cost to market, or the sale, how do we optimize the cost? That is where you will see, and profit edge will help maximizing the profitability based on your smart device indicators. Now, simple use cases. Apparel retail Jade Blue, 70 stores went live for last 1 year. And they have been testing, they have been challenging and using our system, and now they have seen the benefit of it. Cosmetic retail, which is again skincare products, they have started seeing the benefit of it. CPG retail, consumer packaged goods, you will see in Dubai coming up. I'll be doing a major road show in Dubai with Dr. Piyush Sinha and talking about how this customer looked at the benefit of it. Target persona who we are going after, finance, revenue, marketing and sales, supply chain, logistic and warehousing. So these are the company, these are the target. CIO, CTO, IT, they are our coach, but they cannot be our key target. We have to go top down. And how are the challenges we are going to offer? We will help them to measure, track, and increase GOP, increase revenue, engage with customers in moment, and reduce operational cost. Highlight them what is the margin that they're getting in across the product, so that they will maximize which products is giving higher margin so that they can get better profitability on that. Increase NPS and loyalty. So these are things which most of the retailers have shared with us across the board. Some of them, they have it, but not articulated as we have. Some of the large retail, even 2,000 retail outlet owners, they told me the same thing. When I met across the table with the CEO, he said, you are addressing differently. We do have the BI, but you are showing the future, which we don't have it. Is it not confirming our vision and our product roadmap? Answer is yes. That means timing is right and the world is listening in terms of the AI adoption. Now, I would like to request Dr. Piyush Sinha. He is the authority in the business of retail as a researcher, professor of IIM Ahmedabad, and he has been advising many companies, including Centriqe. Now, Dr. Sinha will share the landscape of AI, landscape of retail, how they are embracing the technology, where are they, and what is happening in the world. Dr. Sinha.
Thanks, Alak. Just give me a second. Good morning and good evening, everyone. I can afford to say this because I'm sitting somewhere in between in Africa. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay. So thank you, Alak, for giving me undue credit of what you're doing. Right. You are the one who is implementing it. The power is never in idea. Power in if you can convert idea into product and then into real business, which you have been able to do it very, very successfully. So I must congratulate you and your team very, very much. I'm a Don, Frank, Dilip, Tejal, Deepak, and other people who have worked before them also, right? My take on this is, because we have been working on this, so I'm trying to see what are the things that I can speak, which is helping me actually convince people in the business to adopt Centriqe. And what I've found that if I talk only about market benefit to the marketing team, it's very, very, very limited, right? And one of the biggest problem of marketing is that you will not be able to determine the ROI very easily, right? It's not tangible. It's not as tangible. So a campaign may have run. For example, we were discussing this with one of the clients, and we said, this is what we have done. This is what we have achieved. So he said, look, this sale, how do you know that it has come because of the use of Centriqe, right? Because sale or walking in the store or new customers coming in could be because of 100 other reasons. So it becomes very, very difficult to convince the customers as to why is it happening only because of me. And that is where we have been able to break the glass ceiling, where we have worked with them to see, and they came up with saying that your ROI is extremely, extremely high. Right? So so what I'm saying is that if I'm talking to manager or any of these functional heads, then they speak one language, right? But when I speak to owner, the person speaks a different language. So what I'm saying is that the power of AI, which is what Centriqe is built on, you take a simple data, like for example, if you can see the matrix on the left-hand side, where we are doing it for the current customer in Dubai, we found that this is what the kind of metrics that we found, right? These are exemplary, illustrative, this thing, right? Now the question is, how do I take it? What do I do? What action do I take? One way of saying that, okay, can we bundle? That's a straightforward, simple one. If I have to increase my sale, what is to be done, right? But coffee is already selling high. How would you sell more? That's a problem, because the market would be glutted. You have already sold to your current customers, and their requirement for the next 3 months have been filled. How do you do that? So at best, you say, okay, next consignment, coffee and margarine, I'll sell a bundle what it is. But more importantly, this is only, I would say, not even half, it's just tip of the iceberg. What we are trying to do, and what is this power this gives me, is that what is it that the salespersons and the buyers and the F&A and the owners and the warehouse will take from this? As simple as that. Simple, just to give an example, you know that coffee is selling more, right? Margin also more, so it's a very profitable product. Now, if I have to push GOP of that, it's a very big challenge, right? On the other hand, marginal is not selling very, very fast, right? And the margin is also very, very low, right? How do I actually build my buying plan? How do I know what stock do I hold, right? So my sense is, when we look at the data, right? Whenever you're looking at the client, all of us, that's what we do, and that's why I'm just speaking what we do day in, day out. I would never look at one function. I will look, and I'm glad Allah was also mentioning that the CTOs are one who are good at technology, but they are not the users of technology, right? So if I can show to people and different people, and we all know that in the organization, larger organizations, it's always a team which does buying, and team consists of people from multiple functions. So if I'm not convincing any one of them by not speaking their language, so what I'm saying is that data is, if you ask me, nothing. How do we show it, bring insight, and communicate to the customer? And as I've written it in the last line, different language to different customers. So it's almost like the elephant in the room, right? And the story, which is the elephant and the blind man. It's the same elephant, but everybody comes to a different interpretation, right? And that is where my thing is, that what we are trying to push is the big way to success is if you can do a 360-degree view of the same data, show it to the client that this is one data which will travel across the value chain, right? And this is how it is going to impact. It's like this: you leave one atom in the value chain, and how this atom is going to populate and mitigate and multiply as you move into the value chain. So that's the approach which I would say, and I think the power is there because company is giving us access to their data, and that is something which, one, it is necessary, but that's something that is what is our food. So data is food, it is not the recipe, right? I need to put the complete what do you call lay my table completely, and that is what I would request at this point of time. Alak.
Thank you so much, Piyushji. Now, coming back to again, looking at our Profit Edge key sales plays, I'm going to highlight some of the nuances of that. So if you look at the function which Piyush ji was highlighting, he was talking about marketing functions, the ERP, the supply chain, all of that. And I find very, very interesting to mention here that Profit Edge is sitting on top of all these business flows and then giving AI-driven predictive guidance. So let's say if CRM systems, Salesforce or Zoho or Oracle is having campaign to prospects, they do have marketing systems and they do have all of that. How do we go with behavior and patterns? Probably they might not have that. So we do automated, targeted, and personalized. Prospects to sales. Again, leads generated, but how do we convert, attract, and help close sales? Sales to order, that means order has to be PO, has to be received. Increase sales order with basket size. Serve to delight customer you have already got, but are they happy to deal with you? Again, these are the element on which we are working on and we are delivering values to. That means the system of records, wherever you see that, there is an intelligence, artificial intelligence built on it, which is helping all of those processes. Then we look at ERP. We are integrating the data with ERP. Now, orders to cash. You have got order, but have you increased the revenue or cash in hand? Have you looked at daily sales outstanding? Have you looked at how much is the bank or debts? All of those are things which is being highlighted by which your GOP or NOP should be tackled and addressed. What is the returns on investment which you have made in last quarter, last year? Again, increase ROI and shareholders value. So one of the investment company is talking about, this is very interesting thing which you're talking. None of the system is telling about the shareholders value or return on investment which has been made. Now, obviously, these are the nuances which AI addresses and gives the guidance on it. GOP and net operating profit, we are highlighting nuances there. So all these processes now Centric Profit Edge is addressing, and I'm proud to say that we'll be demonstrating some of the capabilities around that. On the supply chain logistics, economic order quantity, just in time delivery. How can we also come in and help in terms of what would be the prediction for the demand for next month? If we can predict even accurately by 5% variance, I think just in time delivery will help. So that reduction on the carrying cost of inventory, that will be very useful. Procure to pay process. You're procuring all materials, the customer which we are working with, they're saying this is the major challenge we have. We don't know which to procure, when to procure due to issues of supply chain logistics. Timely and optimized payment to suppliers is important as well. You don't have to have bad payment, history, all of that. Returns to restock. If returns are coming, how can you reduce that with some kind of a behavioral pattern? Can I reduce by giving some discount? And I've started seeing now in the US, if I go to return, they're saying, would you mind to keep the stock of the product which you bought if I give you additional discount? So people say, I don't mind. That means you're trying to reduce the returns, don't take it, yet you improve the customer satisfaction. So this is very strong key sales plays which we have highlighted and which will go a long way if you're interacting with the sales team leaders. Now, looking at the persona-based use case. Now, if we are talking to Chief Investment Officer, they are concerned with these 3 bullet points. And if we are talking to them about prediction and guided action, immediately they will say, how do you do this? How do you predict? What is the data on which you're basing prediction on? And we start talking about all of that. So you will see that we are talking revenue in prediction. We are talking about all of those, and you have seen some of the products element which we do the prescriptive simulation as well, along with prediction. Then we talk about again, is it cost, net and gross operating profit? So now we have incorporated even NOP and gross operating profitability by which we are able to show. I have just taken the screen captures, but the product is now very intuitive. At any point in time, you will be able to see how much is the revenue, expense, and cost of goods, and how much is the profitability by quarterly, monthly, and you can drill down by product and line item as well. Now, looking at from the angle of your stores level. So we have various stores. How are they compared with others? How are they performing based on the city, location, and all of that? Are they contributing to your margin of profitability? That level of details being drilled down and shown with the predictive guidance. If I'm looking at marketing, very powerful again. Marketing team would be looking at how much we are able to generate and reduce the customer traction on that. This is where CMO will be looking at churn, customer churn. Are customer loyal? Are they really having good recommendation for that? So these are things which we are able to show and reduce on customer at risk. So we are addressing customer at risk, that is helping in terms of reducing churn based on the traction. Now you will hear from Deepak, because Deepak is based here in the US and he is really going to work very laser focused with me, supported by Tejo. So that is the core team on the sales and business development. And I am going to be allocating majority of my time across Europe and Middle East and Africa. While Deepak is based here, he can work with our partners in the US to grow the US business. And we are going to transparently work together as a larger extended team. So I'm now talking to all of you, and I will be meeting every quarter so that we can expand the business. Let's hear from Deepak how he has kept his arms ready to extend support and services to you. Deepak.
Thank you, Alak. Very nice to meet everybody. Can you all hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So as Alak mentioned, 2022 was our year of understanding the market, pivoting to the right things, and ensuring that we have a great plan going forward. So in part of that thing, we actually now do the decision to focus on retail industry, and we've been able to launch customers globally in USA, Middle East, and India for this market. Now, as you all have seen in the latest news, especially in the last quarter numbers, retail industry has seen a drop in sales, due to the inflation and overall global economic slowdown. Some of the, like even Target, other people here in the US are showing lower numbers of retail during the holiday season last year. So there's definitely a pressure on retailers, and they need guidance to increase revenue and reduce costs. So this year, 2023, with all the inflationary issues and things are improving slowly, but there's a lot of layoffs and stuff. It's a year for rapid growth to help these retailers really grow their business and get to a point of understanding what's the core areas that they need to be focused on, like how to increase profit and how to reduce costs. So we are, we want to use the global partners that we have, all of you people, to make sure that we are targeting the right people, and we want to have you work closely with us. So we want Centriqe can serve as the AI extension to your team, and while we focus on Profit Edge, we are overall a AI experienced team, and we can work with you on the whole thing. We will, and the next slide, Alak, can. So, the way we work is we want to make sure that we are enabling you to reach your existing customer base and be successful. So the focus we have is on sales leaders, lead generation pipeline, pre-sales and post-sales support, and we're looking to our partners to be the front end for this whole thing while we're supporting you with all the things that you need, as well as reaching the right people in upselling, cross-selling AI-led solutions, and then how to nurture accounts to help them grow. So we are looking at perhaps having each sales lead to have 5 accounts, and we will provide all the collaterals and everything necessary. And as Alak mentioned earlier, although the IT and the CIO are IT head and CIO are can be like a fulcrum to help us get to the right people. The whole growth of AI and stuff in this area is to address GOP, gross operating profit, and net operating profit, and that's primarily with the CEO, CFO, and marketing. And so that's the target that we are looking at, and ensuring that we reach the right people to provide the things. All contacts in IT can help us get there with the tools and things we need, but the target should be the heads of the CEO, CFO, and marketing heads. We will be providing all the assets you need, such as sales collaterals, executive level PPTs, sales video demo. We have all the collaterals you need. We have use case solutions, which Teja will go over briefly after this. ROI metrics. We have referenceable customers who can come and provide testimonials, and we have all the references you need. So all the assets are there to be able to make you successful. And one of the biggest things that's needed is from AI and to be able to reach the how to predict and future. It's all based on data. So today's life is all based on data, and we need to get the data sets from the customers to be able to provide the prescriptive guidance and ensure their profit grows. So one of the biggest things that we are seeing, even we are currently with our customers in the Middle East and stuff, is data gathering and data collection and sorting through data is a big area that our partners can help in gaining to increase revenue stream for themselves, as well as we put data into our platform to provide the value add for NOP and GOP. So that's the key area that we look at our partners also doing in providing the services arm for the product and the platform, that's Profit Edge and the whole AI structure we're providing. And I think we want next slide.
Yeah, so Deepak,
Okay.
You mentioned a great point that the partners, their services becomes very critical for our success, and that also helps our partners to grow their service revenue. Because I see that most of the customers, they need handholding, they need data integration, they need complete services on site, and they need to have that services to be implemented through the local partner. And we will stay focused on building the technology solution while partners will be implementing, deploying, and extending data integration services. Thank you so much, Deepak.
Yeah,
So
we want to grow, we want like to see at least 5 customers from each of our partners in 2023, and we look at the partners' revenue growth and our revenue growth as the key. So I look forward to working with you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Tejal, over to you.
Great. So thank you, everybody. And so as we have been discussing, I'm going to actually kind of talk about some of the solutions, some of the use cases and success story that we have built over with our customers and how we continue to do that to improve every day. One of the example that we are giving here is the Jade Blue. Jade Blue has they have about over 70 stores in Gujarat, Ahmedabad, with their own menswear brand, and they are growing rapidly already. And so we had implemented our system. It's been working very, very successfully there. Again, we work very closely with all our customers. So if they come, they have issues, they have problems, they have challenges. They had no visibility of customers' patterns, their behavior, their lifetime value by stores, by city, by brand. They have how to manage all this. All these were kind of issues with them, and they said there is a lack of demand prediction to optimize carrying out like cost of inventory. So these are some of the problems that they were facing, where Centriqe and our system came in and provided not only just the issues that they had, but way more. We implemented a unified system for pervasive access and visibility, and this is visibility in their entire 70 stores. We got their customers. We managed each store level access, where they can have access to every store individually, on all over India. It's not just, they have some in Gujarat, they have some, so we kind of gave them store level access. The Centriqe system itself was very successful and easy by implementing all of their store manager access. They can see the full picture. Who is their better customer? Who is their, not good customer? And how do they approach to kind of do their profitability in each different store? If this store is not doing well, close that one, or open this area is doing really well, open another one. So all this predictability came from Centriqe system, Profit Edge, and all other insight modules that we have. And then another, we actually, as we were talking about a lot of this AI, we did do a QR code, and those QR code was implemented as well. So that QR code, what it does, it gives you a feedback from the customer. What are the different types of customers they have, and what is that they like the store, not like the store. And based on that AI technology, we can do all predictions of how to improve their ROIs. And so some of the benefits, for Jade Blue, that we did increase their revenue by department, stores, customers, and we increase their repeated customers. The customer, if they reach out, they give them a discount, they give them things, they come back, and that improved. We increased their revenue by 5 to 10%. They reduced churn by 5 to 7%, and increase repeat of customers. And that 10 to 15% for them, it was huge. It was a very successful story at the Jade Blue. And then, so next slide would be the second one of the success story. And I'll go very quickly because I know we have a lot more on the agenda. This is a Par Empire. It's a trading company based in Dubai, and that's engaged in distribution of some of the MFCG products. So there, we actually, same issues they were there. They had unified access. They didn't have any visibility in the customers, basically lack of sales productivity and cost of inventory. Some of the same issues that all this vendors are coming to us and bringing us the problems that they have, where when we implemented the unified Profit Edge for seamless access to all the customer insights and revenue predictions, Par Empire was very, very happy, improved their inventory and stocking of products to meet the customer demand. We personalized and automated their campaign and feedback. That is one thing that this AI technology within the Centriqe is reaching out to for a lot of different campaigns and feedback, which improves, again, that their revenue, which improves their profit. So some of the benefits we provided to Par Empire, their increased revenue by customer, brand, departments. They reduced carrying cost by effective demand prediction, and then they improved their sales productivity by effective customer consumption in retailing. So we, again, increased their revenues as well. And then going to the third success story is with the stimulation. The stimulation is one of the fast growing skincare solution. We are just showing you a few examples here to show you the different retails that we are reaching out to. So this is a skincare solution in the cosmetic industry, and this one is in the US. Very, very similar problems. They had lack of demand and prediction for manufacturing, packaging, and carrying out their cost of inventory for all their different skincare products. Again, we implemented our unified Profit Edge system. This AI-based Profit Edge is to track all their customers in by different segments, their lifetime value, repeatability, and frequency and loyalty. They are very happy that we can tell them these are your major 10 customers, and that would, if you do certain things, we predict some of the things, reach out, do this, and that improves their ROIs. That has improved their revenue. And then so optimize cost for manufacturing by effective planning, sourcing, labor, packaging, and storage. These are some of the solutions that Centriqe was able to help them with. They increased, again, their revenue reduce their churn, and most focus, and for a lot of them, is their customers. Whether in any retail business, any other businesses, is their customers. So what Profit Edge has brought to them is their increase of repeat and loyal customers, and that increased their GOP by 12 to 15%. So these are some of the success stories of our current customers, and our aim remains the same: is to work with more team and build our success stories. So back to you.
Yeah, Tejal, thank you so much. And by the way, Tejal is involved with most of this customer understanding their impediments or their issues and challenges, and then how to tweak the solutions to address the need. So Tejal would be always available for any guidance to our sales leaders across the globe and helping that. So with that, now I'm inviting Naresh, who has been involved with me for long time and helping us to expand in the Middle East region. So Naresh, you will share how can we help now the organization to grow the business with our proven metrics, proven solution for the retail industry. Over to you, Naresh.
Right. Thank you, Alak. I think I have Avinash also with me. So I think if there's a presentation up, so Avinash, will you first go through the background of the company and so what market we're trying to do, and then I'll take it up from there.
Sure. Thank you, Naresh, and good morning, everyone, and good evening, whoever are from this side of the world. My name is Avinash. I represent the sales team, and I'm the retail vertical lead for Intertek Systems. I drive engagements with clients here in the UAE. About Intertek, you just heard from the founder and our managing director, Naresh Kothari. He's built this company. We established ourselves 30 years ago, and over a period of this 30 years, we now address every area of client engagement or interaction, right from applications to infrastructure to services and security around it. Today, our client satisfaction has never been better. We are over 90% client satisfaction, as well as employee retention. We are spread across in the GCC, as well as back in India, where we've got our software delivery centers and our shared services centers. Today, as Intertek, we proudly call ourselves the Intertek family, and we look at our technology partners. We've got over 50 technology partners, Centriqe being one of them, and we build these partnerships. We are either tier 1 or tier 2 with all of these partners, and we aim to build and grow with our partnership.
We can move forward. There's shortage of time.
All right, noted, sir. So just to give you a brief of those who do not know the UAE. Sorry?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Go, continue.
Sorry. Okay. I thought there was a question coming in there. So just to give you a demographic profile of UAE, today we're looking at a very diverse population, a very young population, and a population that comes from different countries of the world. There are many nationalities involved, and this is one of the countries that has access to technology, mobile phones, and platforms as high as 87% of the population. Majority of the population is in the city. And today, very specifically, the retail as a vertical looks at specific challenges. We're looking at shifting buying habits and consumer expectations. Dubai has coined a term called overnight shoppers, and when there is a season of holidays or a shopping festive season, the demographics of people change drastically from one year over the other, and therefore the challenge of every retailer here is how do I capture that segment that travels here, whether it is people from different ethnicity, background, national culture, age, etc. We've seen inflation hitting across the globe, and today's rising costs also put pressure on businesses to operate profitability here in this market. We're seeing too many malls. Dubai is home to malls. It's a part of a culture that prevails and grows, and it's a part of the social fabric, if I may say so. The largest mall is here in Dubai, and there are too many opening as Dubai rapidly expands itself, and therefore
let me stop you here. Avinash. So basically the point here, what we want to convey is not being conveyed, is when you're saying there are too many malls, the issue what I think Alak had brought up and Professor had brought up was that you need to decide the location, where you want to be present. That means your space availability is huge. So you need to know where to be profitable, non-profitable, where you want to invest, where you don't want to invest. So the malls are in plenty. So that's something which we need. That's one of the challenge the retail is facing, and that's a solution that needs to be provided for. Other than these other points which are there, we've heard the various case studies about the loyalty and competition, etc. So that's something there, but that's another one of the key points of knowing where to invest. Why Centriqe? Okay, Centriqe is something strategic in our retail segment of the market. Business drivers were very clear. Where has Centriqe contributed? You heard Alak and talking about what's happening, what's being delivered. So innovation, deep analytics, and visibility of business. Basically, these are three key things. You need business insights. If you can't get business insights, the solution is not going to deliver what we're looking for. As Professor mentioned, the positioning is absolutely important. So your approach cannot be starting with IT. It's basically you're starting with the business and top down. Now, to do that, the experience which we have seen in the case studies, which makes help, we have the consulting approach, which is absolutely important. Now, in any of the large retail, it'll be impossible to go and say that's my product and it's going to deliver. It's the whole consultative approach of sales is where you will have to go with. And that's where Avinash, heading in the retail, starts on that. So he can go on big story. So I had to cut him off because he's very passionate about it. So another advantage with Centriqe is because it's all of these solutions they're putting together. There's patent registration in place. That's going on. Am I right, Alak, on that?
Yes,
if I'm wrong, correct me.
Yeah, no,
so that's an important point when you go to customers to talk about that these are your own patents and they're getting into registration. What we have seen from the case studies is what we're looking for. What are the retail guys looking at? They want to increase their revenue. They want to improve their bottom line. At the end of the day, profitability is important and reduction in cost and experience. So experience can be faced only when you have repeat of customers and how you improve the customers and you start getting back the customers to you. So that's where the key approach is. And this is where I would say is where Centriqe fits in our strategy and how we go together. And I think, as Alak mentioned, we've been working for donkey's years together, but this one is a separate matter now, and this will become more strategic and to take it forward. And I'm sure we'll close those necessary customers this year.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Naresh, for all your endorsement and trust. And I'll be spending more time in February. So I'm coming there on 20th and I'll be there until 3rd. So Avinash and the entire team led by Thomas, I will be really meeting some of the large accounts to close and progress further. Sure. Thank you so much, everybody.
You're welcome.
Yeah. And now coming back to again, US. Now, I don't know whether Subhas is there in the meeting. Subhas, are you there?
Yes, I'm in the meeting. Good morning.
Excellent.
Good morning.
Thank you so much and welcome. And I would like to know your perspective in North America because you are very strategic, as I always say, that you have endorsed and committed and extended your team to us. So I feel that I'm part of your organization here in the US. So share more nuances, Subhas, because I'm going to work very closely here with you.
Yeah, thanks, Alak. We have been working on in the retail space with one of the major customers, Williams-Sonoma, which is high-end furnishings retailer. So we expect to take this partnership ahead and be strong in collaborating with Alak. We believe in his product, so that's where we have formed an alliance with him. We are actually an IT services organization with over 20 years of existence in the United States. We have an office in India that's pretty big. What we intend doing is we intend collaborating there too and helping Alak wherever he is winning the business or wherever we are bringing in business. We would like to see that both ways we are able to get benefited, be it referring to the customers and be it implementing the Centriqe and integrating all the different applications wherever data is existing there to make insights into the retail's business. So we are looking forward to a few headwinds are there, macroeconomic headwinds that are definitely affecting us. So that apart, we would like to see as much as we can to help Centriqe progress and we progress together. Thanks.
Thank you so much. And I must tell everybody listening, because Subhas has been a great how do I say, great person to really help people, and I really go along with that particular mission. So we are now putting the team together, Deepak, myself, spending time and identifying accounts here. So you'll see some of the wins coming in this quarter as we are managing 5 accounts with the strategic account plan, mapping the top level execs, and then going after. That is the recipe to succeed in the account, and AI initiatives will help in growing that. Now, going further, I have also Anupam Awasthi in the meeting. Anupam, are you there?
Yes, Alak, I'm here.
Oh, thank you so much, Anupam, for joining. I know you had the busy meeting and you have taken time out, so I appreciate that. And Anupam is a great friend, and he has, again, presence all across the globe. Right from the US here in the Silicon Valley, he has big presence in Dubai and Africa region. And again, very strategic partner to us to help us grow in Africa and the Middle East region. So Anupam, you can meet Naresh here in the meeting, and it will be a nice opportunity to say hello and share your understanding how we can work together to expand the business.
Thanks, Alak. Good morning, good evening, rather good day to everybody. Nice to connect with you all. We have partnered with Centriqe primarily, as most of you have already identified, the retail and the hospitality industry, the 2 core industries where Centriqe is really targeting the market. Both are poised for massive disruptions. Retail has been, of course, a primary driver historically, but with the current environment, profit for them becomes very important, and for that, gaining the insights are a key driver. This is where Centriqe brings a key value that we believe will help us break through the retail industry. And it's not just in the US, but we're also looking at it in Africa and Middle East. Same thing goes for hospitality industry. I know that Alak and I have connected, and we're helping create an advisory board for Centriqe around hospitality industry. One of the largest owners of hotels in the US are pretty much of Indian descent. It's called American Owners Hotel Association, AHOA, where we're trying to make a breakthrough. And we have got some good traction just within the Silicon Valley with a couple of the hotel chains. So we believe this year would be a key year for us to break into the hospitality industry. With regards to retail, as I guess it was being mentioned by Avinash, that the Middle East, specifically the Gulf market, is a mega mall market. They need the insights. Retail is a key driver for the economy. There again, we believe that Catalyst can leverage its existing customer base. We have more than 1,000 enterprise customers in the Middle East, Africa region. Just to give you a quick background, Catalyst has been a system integrator for the last 20 years. We are the #1 Oracle integrators. So we have a huge Oracle install base that we leverage to cross-sell and upsell. And that is what we are planning to do by bringing Centriqe into the fold. So once again, I look forward to this strategic partnership, look forward to some success stories. And I know that Atiq is engaged. Atiq Raza is one of the board members and investors. I've worked with Atiq in multiple other companies. So we're looking forward to taking Centriqe to the next level. Thanks, Alak.
Thank you so much, Anupam. And as you mentioned, Atiq, he is pretty motivated and excited. As I spoke to him just last week, and he was saying, Alak, you are a company now because you are showing credibility, you are showing customer references, and this is what we look for, the basic ingredients of any startup. If you have the paying customer, you're already a company. Now, investors should be looking at you very shortly, the major investment I'm talking about. So we are poised to go for Series A sometime soon. But before I talk about that, I have yet another friends and partners in UK, London, and they are going to talk to us about their vision about the UK market and European sector. So,
Alok, if you don't mind, I will quickly hop off the call.
Yes,
but it's absolutely a pleasure to hear the feedback from everyone. We look forward to connecting with Naresh from Intertech Systems, and thank you very much.
Sure.
Anupam,
Talk to you soon, Anupam.
Thanks.
Absolutely. So I have to call upon Asfar Nazir, based out of London, and he is a former Oracle colleague of mine. We work together, and he knows me in and out. So Asfar, are you there in the meeting?
I am here.
Yeah, Asfar. Yeah. So before we wrap up, I would like to give you an opportunity to share. You have been in UK for a long time, and also you have been working in various industry, and you have a friend who is a system integrator. So we are going to talk in half an hour about that. But just enlighten all of us here. What do you see in the UK and Europe for this Profited solution?
I haven't actually, to be honest, I haven't got very much information on that as yet. What I can say is that myself and Alok, we worked together in Oracle Corporation for many years in the Oracle Middle East. We've handled some very large clients in our time together. And I've been here in the UK for 40 years, and I've worked in the database industry for a long time. And in the recent years, I've been in the satellite communications industry with trunk bandwidth mainly. And having seen what Centriqe's product can do, and also seeing your partners' cases, we know that Europe is a huge market. Europe is definitely the market to tackle, and you are in a prime position with this product. And for us as partners, potential partners, to come in and work with you, and also to lean on your existing partners for information, for help or assistance, etc. So we're definitely looking forward to working with you, Alok, and your team. Hopefully, let's see how it goes.
Absolutely.